Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone today? Oh my gosh, I am so... I'm trying so hard to figure out how to film with this little... with the little, stand thing. Let's see. Because the last time I did this... it seems like sorry you guys, I know I'm giving you probably a roller coaster ride. The last time I did this, it seems like everything was vertical, like I filmed it vertically. So I'm trying to do it horizontally this time, but talk about up close and personal, right? Let's see, I wonder if I pull back a little bit. Be patient with me, you guys. I try desperately. Did I just make a big smudge on there? Or is it better from this side? Maybe that side. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. So, you see remember, Jeff and I have to share this desk. And so, here we are. Jeff and I have to share this desk, which is really just like an old kitchen table in the spare bedroom. But here we are. Everybody make sure you have a big water so we can work on that 64 ounces today. I did poorly yesterday. You know when you're out of your routine, how crazy, like the things that just kind of go by the wayside. Numero uno, my water intake. Because you're on everybody else's kind of time schedule and that kind of thing. And so, today I vowed that I would drink a bunch of water this morning so that if I'm not able to later in the day, then, I am, I've got a good base of water inside of me. So I had this big idea. So I had a big idea and then I dreamed up a different big idea. And so we're going to do the different big idea. And so I printed off both the Flower Emporium and Flower Emporium alphabet because we're going to use both. And I printed these both on, good morning, Patricia Olson. Did you just come over from Lindsay's house over to my house? We're going to use both of these in the 2-page spread that we're working on. So today we're going to concentrate on all of our components. And then on Tuesday, we're going to get together and we're going to create our base background papers. I have a different artsy idea for those. And so today we're going to, like I said, we're going to work on our components. So I'm going to paint everything. I want to paint both flower sprays on Flower Emporium and all of the little foddery doodads. And then I want you to be thinking about this. So on the Flower Emporium alphabet, I'm thinking about, good morning, Sue. I'm thinking about what word I want on my page. And since capture is our word of the year, I'm going to do the word capture. And for my palette, I am using this limited palette with my new beam paints and fiddlehead, because I love fiddlehead. And I needed a green, so it worked out perfectly for me. So I have red clover, rosehip, fiddlehead, what is this one? Hummingbird and wild grape. Those are the colors I'm going to use on everything. So I'm just going to get started painting and just get my brush a little primed with lots of water, I like to start with a pretty soaked brush, and now I'm just going to, so I've activated all of my paint earlier, but I did bring a little palette so that I can pull paint out of the pan, out of the little paint stone, and then I'm going to be able to just add more water to that, because I like to start with a watery wash. I will say that all of these paints I'm working on watercolor paper this morning, Kills. You can do whatever. I had a couple of ideas about that. So I did bring my watercolor ground, but I wasn't really able to. I printed everything in watercolor, on watercolor paper and on copy paper, and so but I didn't have time to coat it with watercolor ground this morning. Things are a little topsy-turvy around here, and so I'm going to try the watercolor paper components in my art journal. I have that was part of my big idea. Part of my big idea is that I wanted to, oh my gosh, this is just lovely. Remember, this is that brand new red clover from Beam. Part of my big idea is that if I made my base thick, then the watercolor components would be okay on top of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? That because, I don't like a heavy piece on a light base, but I think my plan is that on Tuesday we will create our background bases for this journey, this art journal entry. And my thought is that I want to, so I have my 2 pages, and it's going to be a 2-page spread. So my thought is that I want to, Jeff's talking loud. He's in the kitchen and I can hear him. My thought is that I want to create my base that's sturdy enough to hold all of this. So I have my two 2-page spreads, my sides of my 2-page spread, which are 2 pieces of the composition book pages glued together. And then we're going to glue another page on each side on Tuesday. And I'll tell you all about that on Tuesday. But just so you kind of know where I'm going with this. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So I'm just going to do my base color, so I kind of get lay of the land. Do you know what I mean? So be thinking about what, if you want to use the word capture also, be thinking about if you have a different idea. It's going to be like I said, it's going to be a 2-page spread. So you guys, I saw the coolest idea. So, I come from a long line of recyclers, and I saw this thing this morning, and ironically, so it was all about pill bottles, so like prescription bottles. So I saw I saved these pill bottles because they all have my name on it, you know. So I had just taken the labels off of a bunch of pill bottles, and then I have all these pill bottles, and I'm like, what am I going to do with these? So I found out that, did you know that pill bottles, your local recycling companies cannot recycle the plastic of those pill bottles? I think it's number 5 or something. Anyway, what I found out was there's this girl, and now I don't remember her name, but she owns a company called, just a sec, I wrote it all down, Coco Plum, COCOPLUM, sunglasses. And so you can mail her your empty pill bottles, and she makes sunglasses and coasters out of old pill bottles. She kind of shreds them, I think. She has some kind of machine thing that she uses. I think she goes to a facility, actually, and shreds the pieces, and then she does whatever she does and makes them into sunglasses and coasters, which I thought was brilliant. And so I think it's a minimum of 20 bottles, but if you have a monthly prescription, then you know that it doesn't take long to gather 20 bottles. And maybe you go in with some friends and then you mail them off to her, and and then you get a coupon for it with a discount to purchase some of her products, which I thought was brilliant. And you're doing something nice for the environment. How cool is that? Good morning, Peg. How are you? How was Wisconsin this morning? California is gray and overcast. It was gray and overcast all day yesterday. Good morning, Valerie. How is it up north at your house? Is it gray and overcast? Keels. How is Gurney this morning? Who else is here? Oh, Sue. How is Oklahoma? Patricia, where are you from? Tell me where you're watching from this morning. This is that rose hip. Isn't it beautiful? So I'm doing straight colors, but then I think I might do a little bit of mixy mix. I love that. And I'm thinking the centers of these, I might do fiddlehead. Or I was just thinking, yeah, it's a little cool out here too, Valerie. I have socks on my feet and long sleeves, which I'll just tell you, not in Phoenix. The waves are just crazy. They say that there's like a crazy undertow right now, lots of riptides. That water has got to be freezing, and I'm just going to tell you, people were out there like nobody's business yesterday. We picked up Eileen's best friend that she came to America with in 1959, like just, I think, Thanksgiving of 1959. Minneapolis. Oh, you're sunny today. Nice. Nice. Okay. So remember, if you're painting with a shimmery paint, I can't remember if I said this or not. Remember that you really want to activate that, all of that mica that's in that paint. It takes a little extra attention, but you'll be glad you did. That's for sure. Paint some of these leaves. You're going to get much nicer coverage if you get some water in there to start activating everything, and then really work that water into your pigment. It's so funny, you know, I didn't used to really like a shimmery paint until I kind of figured out its tricks. So I hope that everybody will start gathering up their pill bottles. And maybe we try to figure out a way to pool our pill bottles or something. I don't know. Eileen is watching tennis. Let's see. She loves tennis. So we picked Carmel and Karen up from the airport yesterday, and it was lovely. Oh my gosh, we haven't seen them in years, and so it was a happy, happy reunion. And I can't tell you what happened when Eileen and Carmel got to see each other again after so many years. It was glorious. It was absolutely glorious to see those best friends, you know. So they came to America from England in 1959 and then spent a year traveling the United States. They went everywhere. I think they started in Chicago, and then they traveled west on Greyhounds, and then they went to the Grand Canyon, and then across to the southwest, or from the southwest to the southeast, and then crazy, like they saw all those horrible white only, black only drinking fountains and bathrooms and all of that stuff. And Eileen tells the story that they got off the bus at some point at a rest stop, and she just ran into a bathroom, and she got off. She went to the bathroom and she came out, and the bus driver got really mad at her because he said, "You're not supposed to go in that bathroom. That's only for blacks." And she said, "I just had to go to the bathroom." I didn't care about that kind of thing, which I thought was, I love that about my mother-in-law. She's a very common sense kind of person. Anyway, they regaled us with tales and tales and tales of their escapades across the United States. And here's the funny thing. So they were only going to come to America for a year. And in the end, they both fell in love with American boys and married them and stayed. Isn't that funny? You just never know what direction life's going to take you, do you? So I saw this thing. I just read all these little feel-good things all the time. Anyway, I saw this little article about This teacher who asked her students every day to start the day by sharing something positive happening in your life right now. And so I thought I would start us off, and then we all need to do that. And I'm thinking that might be a fun thing for us to just, make part of our time together. So, positive things that are happening in my life right now. Number one, seeing Carmel and Karen after so many years, and seeing my Eileen so happy. Seeing Jeff just be a rock star son to his mom. It's just the most beautiful thing to see. Flowers blooming everywhere. And Valerie, did you see, Valerie and Keely, I know you both signed up for it. My flower farm collection is getting mailed out. It's getting sent out this week. So it should be on our hot little hands in time for next week's stitch along. I can hardly wait. Ta-da! So I told you three. Just tell me one. Just tell me one positive thing that's happening in your life right now. Everybody take a drink. Oh my gosh, Keely sent me the most beautiful picture of these irises that are just glorious in her yard. And I told her she has the most beautiful, fertile soil. I'm telling you, everything in her yard grows like nobody's business. Her zinnias are taller than me. Her tomatoes are so fantabulous. The minute I got to her house last time I was there, I was like, hey, can I just have a tomato sandwich? You already received yours. Ooh, Keely, I can't wait to get home and get mine. So did you order their colors, or are you going to make your own colors? I did not order the threads this time, so we'll see. Sometimes I don't know what they're going to send me, so it'll be what it is. So I'm going to pull some of this hummingbird, put some of that pigment into my palette. I think I might want to do, well, I haven't figured out positive things. Started the day with a walk at the Chicago Botanic Garden with my dear friend, my cousin. Is she at your house? The sun is shining and I'm watercoloring with you. Stop it! I've been running to my mailbox every day. Speaking of mailbox, you guys. So be thinking about your positive things, but I want to share. Here's a positive thing. And I need to put my glasses on so that I can read the computer. Do you see? There's my laptop, right? And here's me, and I'm having a hard time reading my computer. Okay, 3 more postcards came this week. Oh, Patty, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her just yet. Very cool. Okay, so here's the 3 postcards that arrived today. Or, excuse me, the day before I left. The day I left, I ran to the post office. Let's see. Is that better? You tell me. Okay, here's the first one. Look at this cool collage. I love that she dated it too. Shut up. So cute. So she says, hello, Anne-Marie. This is a happy accident handmade postcard collage, and it's fun to do. Take care, Emma. Look at that. So cute, right? Love that. Oh, that's my big hand. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh, wait a minute. There. There, now you can you see better now? Let me know if that's better. There you go. So, there you can see that she dated it. Let's see if I go up just a little bit, if that's better. I don't know. She looks a little misshapen because of this piece. Whatever. Okay, here's the next one. Look at this gorgeous collage. Don't you just love it? I love the all the cool artsy papers underneath, and then the stencil work on top. Okay. And then she sewed around the edge, which always makes me happy, always makes me happy. And her note says, aloha. So guess where she's from? Aloha, sending you sunshine kisses and creative wishes from Hannah from Hawaii. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. And don't you know, I'm looking at everybody's stamps. All the stamps. Oh, and look at this one. She put a star above all the I's in my name. Stop it. Love that. Okay, so here we go. Look at this. And at first when I looked at it, I was like, is this fabric? Then I felt it, and it's not. It's paper. But look at this quilty loveliness. Isn't it just the prettiest? Oh my gosh, I just am mad for it. Okay, so she says, Dear Anne-Marie, hello from Nashville. This is my first postcard swap. Such fun to make and share these. And then it's from Meg, and she added a quote. Whenever you are creating beauty around you, you are restoring your soul. Alice Walker. Shut it. Isn't that brilliant? I just love that. And she's got a mariachi stamp. I love that. I love that, love that, love that. My peonies and irises are blooming. Oh my God. Peggy has the most glorious, glorious backyard. Oh my gosh. It's a flower lover's dream. It is, it is, it is. I think I'm going to use this blue. This hummingbird. Turn. Oh my gosh, I bet they were. And I bet you they were like all colors. Huh, Keels? I did see some pretty hydrangea at Fraser Farms, which is the natural grocery store here. I, of course, bought apples. I bought apples, and remember there were those apples that I got the last time I was here. I got some ambrosia apples and some, I think they're called Sunrise or something. Sun something. Anyway, I was so excited. And then I found these handmade crackers that I got last time I was here. They're so good. I like them with a little bit of roasted turkey on top. They are rosemary sea salt handmade crackers. Oh my gosh, they're so delicious. So we went out to dinner last night, and we went to this English, well, it's an Irish pub, but they have a lot of English food, so you know that was on the hit parade, as you can imagine. with those two English girls. They had shepherd's pie. Anyway, they had if you know me, you know I am not a drinker. But they did have, I love lemonade. And I had lemonade at lunch yesterday, and it was so good because it was homemade lemonade. It didn't come from a powder. And then the lemonade last night, they spiked it with vodka, but it was, the one I ordered was mango and peach lemonade with vodka. Oh my gosh. I love mango. I love mango and I love peach. Like those are my flavors. Which I found out when I was at Keely's house. Kim Boley does not like the mango. That made me giggle. All right, let's see. What was the other thing I was thinking I wanted to do? This color. Maybe. Oh, mango cider. I think Karen had cider yesterday. But at dinner, I'm just going to tell you, except Jeff. Jeff had a blonde ale or something. I don't know. Everybody else had that lemonade. It was so good. Except Eileen, she had a hot tea. But then she was like, oh, can I taste your drink? She and I share drinks all the time. I said, sure. So she tasted it, and then she drank half of it. It was so good. So I think I'm going to do the green inside of here. These little doodads. Perfect. And remember, this is just my first layer of color. I will certainly deepen all of these colors. So try to challenge yourself to use a limited palette. It's kind of an interesting experiment to do with yourself, I find. To just see the challenge of it, you know. Okay, Valerie, tell me something positive that's happening in your life right now. Okay, now we have this gorgeous wild grape. Look at that. Patricia, tell me something positive that's happening in your life right now. I was just thinking, I think I want to do these little teeny tiny posies. What do they call those? Ditzy flowers. I want to do those in purple. I mean, wild grape. So pretty. Oh my gosh, it's totally shaping up to kind of how I envisioned it, you know? just something so peaceful about watercoloring in the morning. It's a lovely way to start the day. I think those girls are supposed to come over about noonish. And then I don't know what the day will bring. Whatever they want to do. Can you believe it's already the beginning of June? It just seems like it's going so fast. I got one closet cleaned out. I'm trying to get rid of things that are not being used. Valerie, those are two amazing things. Good for you for cleaning out a closet. That's such a feeling of accomplishment, isn't it? They live in New York. They live in New York, and they are very New York Jewish. They, Carmel and I were just talking. So, you know, I'm Catholic, right? But I married into this family, and so I wanted to embrace all that they are. And so my very first Passover, I had Carmel on the phone throughout the day. I wanted to make homemade matzo ball soup, and she said, I remember you were working so hard to get your matzo balls to float. And I said, and they did. And it was the most glorious day of my life. I was so happy. That's so funny. I don't think I've made matzo ball soup since. I can get it from our Jewish deli, Chompies, and it's delicious. Although they're getting a little chintzy with the matzo balls now. Just saying. Oh, very cool, Peg. Very cool. So Karen is Carmel's daughter. And Carmel, if you remember correctly, she is the one that oh yes, we have a Christmas tree and a menorah, Valerie. We celebrate everything in my house. We celebrate everything. Everything and everyone. I'm thinking, so I was looking at this flower. Maybe this color. Everything and everyone. I'm just going to kind of paint the whole thing, and then maybe deepen so I'm going to paint the whole everything, right? And then I think I'm going to come back and deepen the the actual petals. I think that might give a cool vibe. Let's paint this. I'm wondering. I have to pick 2 colors over here to highlight. If I do this green, oh, everybody take a drink. Purple, I don't have anything purple over here. So we could do, this could be purple. Is anyone doing index card a day? I forgot my napkins. So I will play with those when I get back home. So Tuesday, we'll talk about those. I did bring some index cards just in case I saw something fun that I wanted to draw or paint or whatever. If I found something along the way. We went to that Mexican grocery store again, and do you know how badly I wanted to ask for more stickers? But do you remember I told you that lady was a little bit, she didn't really want to give me extra stickers last time. But I do think I'm going to ask. I'm going to go there on the way home and ask for more stickers. I got a few apples there, but they were just, I'm trying to think, what did I get? What kind of apples did I get there? So I'm loaded up with apples. We usually eat, Vallarta is the name of the grocery store. I love that grocery store. They have all kinds of cool Mexican pottery that I wanted to get and, you know, plant plants in when I got home. And, I had all kinds of visions, but I ordered, I got some apples and a couple of bottles of Mexican Coke because those are like a treat. I'll probably end up taking those home. Okay. Oh, I have 2 more flowers and I have some doodads to paint. So let's see. What about... I could do green in the center of this posy. I have all of these little dots, so I'm thinking I might want to... I want to do this color in the center. It's that rose hip is so pretty. It's almost like a vermilion. That's pretty. And that's kind of unusual, don't you think? So I'm wondering if I do those right there. Right? Let's do some purple. They might get in trouble if they give you stickers. It is used for when you purchase items at the food counter. I know, so I will totally order stuff at the food counter. We were going to eat lunch or eat dinner there, but it was kind of early. It was only like 5, so we didn't. We drove on further down the road. I think. Oh, I do it all the time, Peg. I mix them all the time. Do these little posies, these little buds, I'm going to do them purple. Okay. So pretty. Let's see. If I would have opened one of my Mexican Cokes, I would have been fine, but I didn't. And there's no particular reason why I didn't. I just didn't. I'm kind of digging these all different colors. I like to mix. That's why I know this is the crazy. So this little palette, you can get them like 6 for $1.25 at the dollar store. I love these because you've got these wells, right? But then you also have these flats, and these flats, that's where you can mix some colors, because I really want to mix the red clover and the rose hip. I think that might be really pretty. See that? Red clover and the rose hips. I think I can put a little bit more red clover in there. Just kind of getting your own new thing. So I have this, just a little bit there, add more water, right? And the thing I wanted to do with this is I wanted to do down here, and here, and here, and here, and then just let it sit. Just up the sides of each of those petals. There we go. I'm just going to let that sit and kind of percolate. And then I'll come back. Well, I was looking at my composition in my art journal, Valerie, and I think I need 4 more stickers. So that means I need to buy 4 more things. But we usually get street tacos when we're there. Oh my gosh, and we bought all the stuff to make street tacos. Here, got all that yummy Mexican cheese and crema and all of that. And then we found in the little street taco tortillas, and then we found out that one of our crowd is gluten-free, and so I'm trying to rethink that dinner, like how we could do that in a different way. Add a little bit of that. Let that just percolate a little bit till we can do the jiggy jaggy blend. And now, so let's see, for rose hips, let's just do a little bit of pure color right down here, straight from the paint stone. Kind of come up those sides. So pretty. It's going to be so pretty. Oh, all right. So what about this guy up here? I'm thinking, what if we do purple? I'm thinking that might be pretty. So let's do our little base color. There we go. And now, let's do, I need to do the center of here, and then I need to do those dots. Water is your best friend when watercoloring. Purple. I'm having such fun painting these this morning. And don't you just love this little log paint stone holder from Beam? I'm just loving it. There we go. The lighting in this room is so crazy. I'm just going to tell you. It's crazy. What was the, purple. That little dot, purple. Oh, I have one more there. Let's see, what are we going to do? Let's do green again. Yep, so pretty. And then the center of that, I'm thinking, let's do red clover. And I took it straight from the paint stone, so look at how intense and saturated that color is. So pretty. Right? You are not. I love that, Peg. I love that. Everybody take a drink. Are you using this kind or the cookie? Okay. Let's start doing a jiggy blend. I love the art of pushing that paint into the outline. I love that. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Just push, 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 push. Oh, I love a cookie. They're so pretty. Tap, tap. So we just want a damp brush, not wet. Not drippy wet, at least. Just jiggy jaggy blend, jiggy jaggy blend. I'm telling you, there's a ceiling fan in this room and it turns so slowly. It sounds like I'm in the Sahara Desert, like in a tent in the Sahara. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, that's still pretty wet. Let's see if we can bring some of that color over here. I printed it on, whoops, sorry about that. I printed on 90-pound watercolor paper lens. It goes right through your printer, my laser printer. What did you do? What was your prompts today, Linz? I know you did, you did iCAD. Was it hydrangea, I think? Right? And then, what was the other one? You usually have two, don't you? So I will just tell you, Lindsay, I got my laser printer. Jeff got it on OfferUp for $30. It's an old as the hills laser printer. The most expensive thing you'll find with laser printers is the cartridge. But my cartridge, please. A cup of tea. That's right. That's right. A cartridge will last you forever and a day. I'm working with limited supplies here at my mother-in-law's house. So I think I'm going to leave that and come back. OfferUp. It's like Facebook Marketplace, only it's an app. My husband is addicted to it. It's where people sell used things. I've thought about getting a new one, but this one still works, and so why would I change until it completely dies? Linz, when I get home, let's, yeah, we need to talk about catering, by the way, when I get home. I'll be home late Saturday. Have a great day. So how's everyone doing with your painting? Are you having lots of fun? What is that song? Are you having any fun? We're always having fun, aren't we? I know it's 10 o'clock, you guys. just really enjoying my little bit of creative time here with all of my creative friends. If you're watching this on the replay, be sure to let us know. And let us know. Peg, you do make me giggle, sister. But did you have fun? That's the most important thing, I think, that you had fun. And that it's aesthetically pleasing to you. That you are your most important. Your eyes are the most important eyes to look at your artwork, you know? Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm loving it so much. I'll wrap it up. I promise I will. I hope that everybody is having themselves a time. Thank you. I love this printable too. And it all kind of came together in a funny way. But it came together. Okay. So I guess I will stop now. And I will bid you adieu. Don't forget, Tuesday we will be doing our background papers for this this artsy endeavor. We'll be doing, and then I think newsletter tomorrow is going to be pretty short and sweet because I gotta be able to squirrel away some time in this bedroom all alone to write it. I have some basic ideas, but my time is not my own, as you can imagine. I adore you all, and I will have stories to tell next week for sure. So be sure to open that email tomorrow and see what I have to say. I adore you all. I just can't thank you enough for taking time out of your busy days to just have some slow painting, just a little bit of slow time together. I adore you all, and thank you so much for hanging with me. Talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.